How's it? Today is Saturday, June 7th. It's Big Saturday. And yeah, I showed up to the gym. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little bit later in the day, like relative to when other people were there. But there were so many people there when I showed up. I got there maybe like 2:30 ish, and there were three other weightlifters and a few powerlifters, and I was like, oh damn, okay, I'm just gonna warm up and take my time and see whatever happens because um, the two platforms actually to the left of the platform that I always lift on is they're like not even. There's like a divot right where the weight normally is, so it kind of rolls away. And if you're not, I mean, of course, if you lift off of that, then it's okay. But like I like to lift a little bit forward in case things go awry where I might have to dump the bar backwards and I can see where I am forward wise. So that's kind of my rationale behind why I lift where I lift. But also, I mean, this is the best camera angle, so I get a little bit diva-ish. And so I just waited. Honestly, I didn't really care that I was waiting for as long as I did, but that meant that I kind of was sitting around for a while. So I warmed up and then I got a little cold and just waited. But the whole goal today was to hit a heavy set of one for the snatch. I know that I did 100 last week and 130 for the clean jerk last week, and I was not expecting to do that today. That was a bit of an outlier. I feel like I just gave myself a lot of extra attempts last week, and that was not something that I was planning to do today. And the only reason why I did that last week was because it was my birthday. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do because that's what people do on their birthday. I don't know. But as I was warming up today, I felt like I was going very quickly. And honestly, I think the warm ups were not the worst lifting that I've done. I feel like I have kind of a weird idea of what I'm trying to execute on. I saw a couple videos over the week of people being really, really quick with their hands and elbows and stuff like that. So I was trying my best to do that, but I don't think I was able to do that very well. I got to 95 here, and that's basically what I ended up hitting today. 95. I failed this first attempt, and um, I gave myself another attempt. If I missed, I would have moved on, but I was able to make it, and that was not very convincing. I feel like overhead, my elbow was not in a good position. Like it felt like it was a little hyperextended and didn't feel super great. But it is what it is. I did 95, and I think if I had made the first 95, if it looked like that rep that I actually made it, I probably would not have went up. But if it looked a little bit better, I probably would have tried 100. But yeah, it is what it is. Again, I wasn't trying to hit 100 today. I feel like I've been hitting 90 for a few weeks now. And so I was like, okay, maybe today is the day I'll increment to 95. Again, last week was a bit of an outlier just because it was my birthday. I don't know. I'm going to stop saying that. But it was basically a max out last week, right? So after that, I needed to clean and jerk, right? So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like kind of tired at this point. I was like really exhausted. Last night at the restaurant was actually really bad. I clocked off at like 11:50 something, and it was so bad. I was so annoyed with everything, but that meant that it was a super late night and it was super kind of late morning and whatnot. So I didn't have the most energy as I was going up for everything, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just minimize the amount of attempts I do as warm ups. I know that's not the best thing in the world to think about. um, as you can see here, I run off the platform with 125. I would still say that this is a make, even with that runoff, because the platform is supposed to be a little bit bigger than that. So yeah, I was gonna go 60, 100, and then 125. Instead, I did 60, 100, 120, and then 125. And yeah, I made it. So maybe I could have just done the big jumps, but it is what it is. I was talking to my friend. He's just like, dude, why would you do that? Like high level elite lifters probably don't even do that. And I was just like, I mean, they do 50 kilo jumps. People go like um, 70, 120, 170. That seems reasonable. So I was like, oh, why can't I just do a little bit less than that? Well, it's lots of reasons, but I'm not elite, and it's kind of silly. It's kind of stupid. Good thing I didn't do it. Finished off the next movement here with snatch to lift up to 150. It's pretty challenging. I think it's a good sign though that I was still able to do it given how tired I am today. Like last week I was able to do it, but I feel like last week was an outlier again. I had a lot of sleep the day before, and it's just yeah, it was different. After that, I did my front squats, which I actually did not do last week. Went up to 140, and 140 I almost died at, but it's okay. I still made it, and yeah. I think another thing I didn't even mention on Thursday's video was after work on Thursday, my body felt really good. It's really weird because I don't normally feel like that. I don't normally think that that is something my body would normally feel. I feel like I'm always achy, I'm always sore. Ooh, that did not look good. I feel like I'm always achy and I'm always sore if I'm awake. But after work on Thursday, like my body just felt good, and I think that that is a sign that something is working for my accessories and whatnot. And so, I'm gonna keep kind of drilling those in. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they are basically repeat every time, right? And I feel like I'm making progress the way that I want to be making progress, even though it might not look like it on video and actual numbers, but I feel like I am healthier, which is the goal, right? But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.